Hey everyone. Welcome to Flow Bro. In our glorious channel we will be rebuilding football teams in the most professional and realistic way, and, of course, we will be starting off with everyone's favorite, Newcastle. As everyone knows, due to, its own merits, Newcastle has become one of the richest clubs in the world, and its squad doesn't reflect so, thus allowing a lot of room to improve upon. For the rebuild we will be using FIFA Manager 2022 mod, which is an updated version of EA's own FIFA Manager. The last official version was sadly released in 2014, but with the mods it remains without a doubt the best football manager game out there. Here are the rules we will play according to. The great depth of the game allows us to have multi-layered goals, ranging from competition-related, to merchandising and sponsorship, team building and also club infrastructure. We will have year-to-year goals, as well as global objectives. The goals will be the following. For each subsequent year, goals will be defined at the beginning of the season and global objectives will be reviewed. Do not worry if there is something you don't understand, as we will get to it soon in the video. Let's get on with the squad building. First off, our manager for at least the next season will be none other than Xabi Alonso. The Basque former World Cup champion was always a tactical genius, proving it in every game he played. At the moment he serves as coach for Real Sociedad B, the only academy in Spain who plays in the second-tier league, without Real Sociedad being a top 5 team in the league, which says a lot about Xabi's work with the team. His experience in Premier will certainly serve the club, and we can expect him to help some of our new signing integration in the squad. We will start the season by playing a 4-3-3, which is called a 4-1-4-1 DM wide in the game. The only players that play in Newcastle at the moment that we will keep for the starting 11 are Trippier, Guimaraes, Joelinton, and Saint-Maximin. Our first signing is Arsenal goalkeeper Bernd Leno. The 29-year-old German goalie is not the first option at the club anymore, and Arsenal are willing to sell him for £5 million. Amazing market opportunity. A good salary, an exciting team project and the prospect of being a starter in Newcastle, with the World Cup being around the corner will most likely convince Leno. Our second signing will be Valencia's captain Jose Gaya. A disappointing and incompetent management at his current club has led him and other key players to be considered transferable. Anil Murthy, Valencia's president, will consider bids this summer, and around £25 million will surely be accepted by the former top Spanish club. His leadership skills and also high-quality performances will surely thrill St. James Park attendees, making him the perfect partner in crime with our left winger. Our left centre-back position will be covered by Clement Lenglet. The Frenchman has had a couple of rough seasons at Barcelona, and hasn't managed to recover his Sevilla form. Due to Barca's difficult financial situation, Lenglet is one of the most likely candidates to abandon the club this summer, and a £15 million offer will surely convince their front office. Still young at 26, we are convinced he can get back to his Sevilla form with the correct management and are excited to see him starting at centre-back with our following signing. Who is our next signing, you may be wondering? Well, it is none other than
Harry Maguire!
The 29-year-old is having a terrible season at Old Trafford, which has led the club to consider parting ways this summer. The huge price tag they paid for him will surely increase the amount we will have to pay for his transfer, but due to his leadership skills and chance to get back to his peak form in a new environment, we are willing to take on the risk. Next up is my personal favourite, and a great addition to Newcastle midfield. Carlos Soler, the 25-year-old player from Valencia, has had the best 2 years of his career so far in Valencia, but unfortunately for their fans Murthy wants to sell him. It is the same situation as with Gaia. In 2023 Soler's contract will expire and Valencia's front office don't want the risk of Soler leaving for free soon. Therefore, Valencia will be looking for potential buyers this summer, and Newcastle, with a bid of around £35 million are great candidates for being Soler's new home. Our left winger for next season will be Arnaud Danjuma. The Dutch attacker has had a very impressive season at Villarreal, where he has finally been able to offer his best performances in both national and continental tournaments. The much improved winger is no stranger to English football, as only 2 seasons ago he played for Bournemouth. However, this outstanding season in Spain has made him one of the most sought assets in all of European football. Villarreal will not let him go easily, as we will have to spend around £50 million in order to acquire him, a price tag that reflects what he can offer to the Magpies. Finally, our striker for next season will be Everton's star Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Everton's development has been subpar, and top players such as Calvert-Lewin have to decide if they want to be stuck in a mediocre project or shoot for the stars. Newcastle's need for a top striker have led to talks in real life to already take place. A mythical stadium such as St James Park, the legacy left by great strikers such as Shearer, and a squad with a bright future will for sure convince Dominic. The squads used will be the default offered by FIFA 22, last updated in January. However, we will do 2 adjustments, moving Joelinton to midfielder and improving his rating by 5 points, as well as improving Danjuma's rating from a 75 up to an 80. The total spending was £220 million, which will be deducted from our budget, as these transfers were not made in-game. We are ready to start. Let's go Magpies! Our first-year 22-man squad will look like this. At goalkeeper Bernd Leno and Carl Darlow. At left-back Dyer and Lewis. At left centre-back Longley and Lascales. At right centre-back Maguire and Shah. At right-back Trippier and Jacob Murphy. As central midfielder Guimaraes and Hayden. As left midfielder Joelinton and Longstaff. As right midfielder Carlos Sola and Willock. At the left wing Danjuma and Almiron. At the right wing Saint Maximim and Fraser. And as strikers Calvert-Lewin and Wilson. Our team dynamic is looking good, as personalities are compatible, and our structure looks fine, with Gaia initially taking the leader role over Maguire, due to his 7 rating in leadership against Maguire's 6. However, this may change later on. Players' trust is low at a 5, while the squad matrix seems fine, except some battling for position which causes some red links. Our merchandising looks good to go, with no revenue numbers yet due to it being the first day of the season, while we still have no international shops. Sponsorships looking fine as well. Let's see if we can fill up the stadium naming deals. Our Hall of Fame is quite populated with legendary names. Hopefully we will be able to add some by the end of the series. Right now we have 118,110 fans, with our fan favorite being new signing Jose Gaia. Let's pump that number up. St James Park has a capacity of 52,354 and looks beautiful. Props to the mods, what a great job. Infrastructure looks pretty average, with our club rating at 3 stars. We will need to get that to 4 by the end of the season. First, 2 things we have to do is sell our surplus players and organize our preseason. For our preseason, we will have a training camp in New York, to train tactics and teamwork, and 7 friendlies, 3 in the US, and our last one being against Stoke City. For our departures we have managed to rack in a total of £23,780,000, most of which came from Championship. Chatching. Squad promises were as following, and with this wrapped up, we can now get on with the simulation. We will speed up the games, feel free to slow them down manually, and we will see a summary of preseason at the end of the video. So far so good, we managed to win 6 and draw 1, even though opponents were weak. Tottenham just signed the new Sun, and rating-wise we are a top squad in the league. Let's see if we can walk the talk. It is fair to point out Carlos Soler was our best player this preseason, scoring 1 and dishing 4 assists in the 7 games we played, while Harry was superb in the first 2, scoring a goal in each. At the moment Gaia has downgraded to leading player, being now in the same tier as Maguire. Let's see who wins the race for the armband, which right now belongs to Gaia. This is all for now. Next episode we will kick off our season by playing the season opener against a strong West Ham squad in St. James Park. See you soon, and Toon. Black and White Army.